Hey guys, Simon here, and we're back in Minecraft. I've installed Optifine, and the frame rate is still a little bit low. I'm not sure why anyway. We're gonna work on some fountains. So I've already done that. Let me put the sign down. So, if you wanna look up some architecture, or you wanna look up some things, Google Piazza Navona. That is a public square in Rome. It looks, I mean, to be honest, it's kind of ordinary. But the thing with public spaces is that, how it looks isn't always an important thing, and more important is where it is and how it's used. Anyway, in Piazza Navona there's 3 fountains. It's also a long rectangular space, kind of like what we have here. And there's 3 fountains, one in the middle, 2 at either end. And so this is kind of based loosely on that. The Wikipedia article actually doesn't have very good images. You might want to go into Google Maps and go into Street View. That probably gives you a much better idea of what the place actually looks like when you're in it. And it's quite difficult to take photos as well, because I mean, imagine a big long rectangular space like this, trying to take a photo of it. You really can't, because it's so big. Even in this widescreen here, in the game of Minecraft, you're gonna have to pan around in order to see the whole thing, so it's difficult to take photos for. What's that sound anyway? So yep. I mean, I've did this, and this is I mean, it's nothing too spectacular. We have, I guess, 3 levels of water flowing down from the middle. I guess before we go on, I should explain. I want to have sculptures on top of these. So imagine this one in the middle and one on that end and one at the other end. I want to have sculptures, and they're gonna be wings basically. There'll be 4 wings in a cross, and I want to have it so that in the east it'll be the fountain of the sun. In the middle there'll be a fountain of the sky, and then at the western end there'll be the fountain of the moon. And then the shape of the wings and the color of the wings, I'm going to use colored wool for the first time with some pretty basic sculptures. So the wings will be shaped like the sun will be round, the sky will be like a inverted triangle shape, and then the moon will be like a crescent shape, if you can imagine that. So I'll figure that out later, but just to explain to you what I want to do. So the motivation is to try out colored wool, to do something in color. Oh, the colors it'll be yellow and orange, I guess, with blues. So the yellow and orange for the sun, blues for the sky, and then white and grey for the moon. Yeah, I mean, this is not a big project. There's nothing too special. But I just wanna do something with the plaza here, because at the moment it's nothing interesting. I guess adding a few fountains would make it a little bit more interesting. I've been thinking about this. I mean, it's a circle, and then a diamond in the middle, and then a square, and then imagine the sculpture up here. I want to make it a bit bigger, and I was looking at this earlier. I think I'll extend it so that there's like a cross shape. So let me try that right now. I was looking at this before, and then I spent about 10 minutes trying to decide what's the best way to make the fountain bigger, but not have it intrude onto the surrounding area. So I was thinking 8 blocks, 1, 2, 3, 4. So imagine, and it's gonna be underneath what's here as well. So it'll step down once again. So you see how it steps down, and then it'll step down to underneath, or the water will be at that level. So then they'll be flush with the surface of the courtyard. Let's see, so I said 1, and it's 8 by 8, and I guess should I make it square or like a rounded square? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. If we imagine that, and I'm gonna have to punch this stuff out. I'm not sure I'm using sand actually. Oh, that's another thing. I'm gonna use sand and or sandstone. Probably sandstone. I don't know if I have enough sand for that though. I have to check. Yeah, I'm gonna use sand for or sandstone for the fountains, just because I want a bit of a contrast to all the stone that's already here. So it's grey stone and then the yellow sandstone for highlights in the fountains, like that. The square, I don't think I want it completely square. Let's try that. Okay, that's better. Let's just quickly 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Just quickly do this on all 4 sides. Oops, what am I doing? I just said I don't want a square. The game is still a little bit laggy. I don't know. Oops, that's not right. I don't know if you've noticed. I'm not entirely sure what's going on. I did install Optifine, which has improved the frame rate a lot. If you imagine the last video was pretty bad in terms of wait a minute, what's going on here? In terms of frame skips and all that. Oh, that's right. So there's still a little bit of that. Anyway, I'm not gonna speculate too much. I'm not an expert in that area. I'm doing it again. Okay. So we have that. Wait a minute, that's not right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, oh, okay, we're one short. And that's not correct neither. Wow. See, this is what happens when I try to just do something instead of planning it out first. To get confused and mess things up. Alright, I think that's correct. Oh, I'm out of sand. Yeah, I think that's right. I hope. Maybe. Yeah, yep, okay, that's right. That's right. So, let's just do this. And, I believe... Yep, it's like that. So that's the shape of it. That's better. That's better, it's bigger than before. I do think I want it... Yeah, that's a good size, I think. I mean, I don't know if it's just my personal preference, if it's my experience with designing, or if it's the look of it, or if, it's how big the thing is on screen, but, before it just looked a little bit too small to me. And now it looks like the right size. I don't know where that comes from, but that's just my gut instinct, I guess, if nothing else. And now the shape is like that. That's a little more interesting as well. A little more interesting than just a circle. So yeah, I like that. So we'll go with that. And if you remember, I said we're gonna have this sunken down. So it's not actually going to be like that. It's going to be in the courtyard. So let me just quickly do one side of it, just to test out how to do this. So we can get rid of that, and if we remove all this stuff. Wow, it's really lagging now. I'm really not sure why it does that. Anyway, I'll just blame Minecraft. I mean, you see all the other things I record and it's usually not this bad, or at least, you know, it's controllable. I mean, I've been uploading Bioshock videos, and with that, like, sometimes the frame rate will just drop, and I don't know why it does that, but then you can just restart the recording, and it's fine, whereas Minecraft, there's really nothing you can do, it seems like. Alright, so we've got that going on. I really need to get rid of that as well. And that. Alright, so we want water down here. Let's see. Just grab some water and put it down. Nope, that lagged out. Okay. Drop that there, drop that there. Okay, so that's the water there. And how should we do this then? I'm thinking right now, either I can have it open the middle, or I can open two side things. Let's just go with this one. Just because it's a little bit less obvious. I want that. Although, I can think about that later on. Okay. So, if we can stop lagging for a bit. Ah, interesting. That's interesting. So it lines up with the thing behind. I like that. I like that. So then, you know, at the very bottom level, the water's actually here. And I don't have enough sandstone. I'm pretty sure I don't. I used up a whole stack of sand just for that little thing. And if I want to put sandstone in the bottom as well, I'm pretty sure I don't have enough for 3 fountains. Yeah, I don't really have... Well, I guess I can go on a sand harvesting expedition outside the base. I don't want to do that too much because I'm pretty sure... I mean, if you've been following Jeb's Twitter account, he's changing the biomes again, like he's adding jungles. So the biome stuff is gonna change, or it's gonna keep changing. And if I keep going outside the boundary to grab resources, I feel like I'm cheating, because then I'll reset the stuff and then I'll bring back resources. So even now, the lapis lazuli, I'm gonna reset the chunk. So it's a bit like cheating. I'm kind of creating resources out of nothing, because I'm taking it out of a new chunk and then resetting that chunk, so I can take resources out of it again. So I don't like the idea of that. At the same time, I need sand, and I don't have a lot of sand. Anyway, that's not a big issue for you guys to consider. It's just something that I'm gonna have to consider. Oh, I need torches here, don't I? How should I put the torches? Is that enough to... No, I'm pretty sure it's not enough to exclude the spawn. Yeah, that's... yep, that's enough. Good. Okay, I guess that's all the designing for the moment. Should I build this in the sandstone? No, I should do the sculpture things. Should I draw it in Paint or Photoshop, or should I just try it out? I did try the sculpture thing earlier, but it didn't turn out very well, because I don't think you know, how big do I want it? If I have it too big, then it obstructs the things behind it. If I have it too small, then it's a bit pointless. Maybe I have it up to the size of the diamond the diamond shape, which is this level here. I'm pointing at it with the crosshair. So up to there. So how many blocks is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blocks from the center outwards. 7 blocks. Yeah, that's a decent size. If you imagine something, that big. Well, the shape of this one will be an inverted triangle, so it'll be like that on one side and then that on the other. And how should I... I'm just trying to think. Well, instead of thinking, maybe I should just test. I should just build it and then figure that out. I'll actually no. I'll take a break. I'll draw something, and then I'll see. All right, I'll be back. Okay, so we're back, and I quickly drew something in paint, and I just built that stuff there for now. Anyway, I'm gonna finish that off. That's not finished. So imagine if that's the sky one, the middle. This one in front here is the sun. And then this one here is the moon. Imagine if that's white and light grey. Imagine if this is yellow and orange, and this is blue and light blue. Anyway, I've got to finish this off. So let's see. It's gonna be like that, but imagine if it's on all 4 sides. So you don't have to imagine for very long, because I'm gonna actually build it. Let's see. So it's there, and then 1, 2, 3, and I need a lot of dirt, and I need a lot of wool as well, it looks like. But that's okay, because we have a sheep farm, and we have lots of wool, as much as we need. Let's see. So the next one is, I should get up there, shouldn't I? That'll make it easier. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3. Wait a minute. Okay, that's too many. That. Yep. Okay, and let's try not to fall off. 2, 3, 4, and I need more dirt. 5, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and pretty much the same for all sides. And then I need to put torches on it, of course, because creepers can spawn on this thing otherwise. Where should I put the torches? The thing with Minecraft is that the blocks are so big, and the torches, the light sources are huge. If you imagine each block is 1 meter by 1 meter, each light source is also 1 meter by 1 meter. There's no room for subtlety, there's no room for details. I wouldn't mind different types of light and different types of light sources, if you know what I mean. I mean,